What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor Sal Polis, 217-732-4001. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. We're broadcasting live from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. You can listen to us on the go on the Mixlr app. Tune in to 96.3 FM or watch our live stream YouTube. And joining us now is Coach Neil Alexander along with Joe Ryan, Lloyd Kirby, Jim Ash. Coach, traveled to Lanphier last night, and we always know how those games are, and it didn't disappoint last night.
No, it was a really tight basketball game. And you know, whenever they play, it doesn't matter the records or whatever, you know it's going to be that. So nothing was different last night.
Well, it puts us in second place right now in the Central State 8, so that's a big win for us. And, you know, Lanphier's record didn't show it. I think they were, 5-10 going into last night, but 3-2 in the Central State 8.
Well, they've had a lot of injuries. Soriano, Hayes, they're one of their better players has been out with an ankle and so forth. So, you know, they've struggled to get things rolling this year. And, you know, if you think back to last year, we really struggled with injuries and things and so forth. And teams have those years. And, you know, we're having a few, but not luckily, but, you know, it's at the lower levels right now, a couple broken arms and things. So, injuries do happen, and you just have to be able to overcome them.
Speaking of injuries, you got Preston Short back. He got a little time in last night. Tungate in a little bit of foul trouble the first half. It's good to see him out there. Obviously, he's still adjusting with his first game and, trying to get in the flow of things. And you could see that a little bit last night. I think Tungate went out with about 4:18, 4:16 left in the second, picked up his second foul. But Short was able to get in there and get his feet wet a little bit, so to speak.
He did get them wet. And we try not to put them in when they come back, in pressure situations. But he got thrown in the frying pan last night with the pressure. And the time that he did get, he done a very solid job handling things and so forth. So, we're trying to get him back in. He gives us an added shooter. So those are things that'll hopefully make us better here in about 6 weeks.
Well, we've talked about it before. You got a whole slate of games coming in the next several weeks, playing 3 games a week, and kicked it off last Tuesday with Decatur Eisenhower, then followed up with Lanphier last night, and then back home today for some home cooking, Coach. Got La Salette Academy coming in. A team that we're not real familiar with, but those are the teams that you like to play just to get a little different play style from teams.
When you play conference teams, they have you scouted so well, because they keep a file, and the file doesn't change a whole lot when you play Lincoln. You know exactly what you're going to get. But I think we do so many things offensively, but you got to make shots, and it's not that we're not putting the ball up. I know against Decatur Eisenhower we were, I think, 3 of 20 from 3, and they were good looks, and you just got to make them. And it's the new year here. What are we averaging? 34 points a game.
Yeah, I mean, we started off pretty hot and then kind of hit a cold spell. I think we only scored 2 points in the third quarter last night, which we struggled. And we are struggling on offense sometimes. But, you have to give credit to the other team because they're keying on our top players in Comnick and Tungate.
Yeah, they're going to figure it out. And, we just got to try to keep getting better and executing and doing our things. And, but last night was a good win for us. I mean, we fell down. We got behind there, start of the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And came back, hit some big shots, made a couple big rebound. Carson had a big rebound. Tate had a big 3. Velakovic had a good takedown on the block and scored inside. And, those things are, important that they can come up with big shots, but it's like we leave the gym for a quarter at some point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, credit to them, especially in the fourth quarter, working it around, able to eat a lot of that time clock off. We didn't have the shot clock last night, so that wasn't a factor, but, working the ball around that perimeter, not necessarily needing a shot, but, time's a key part of the game when there is no shot clock.
Yeah, and right now it's, I can't wait to next year to where we got the shot clock every game instead of this, tonight we're playing with a shot clock, tomorrow night we're not. Up and down, the kids, I think the kids really like playing with the shot clock, and I know I enjoy it. I think our first possession last night, Lanphier had the ball for over a minute.
Yeah, and they ate a lot of that clock too, Coach. And once again, that's where that shot clock comes into play because it speeds up your offense and maybe gets you into some situations you don't want to be in.
Well, yeah, it's really the basketball game becomes a lot of 35-second games. You play for 35 seconds and you try to win every one of them.
Is it difficult for the kids and you to go from game to game with the difference?
Yeah, I'm sitting there going, God, I wish we had a shot clock. I wish we were playing this with a shot clock. And most of our non-conference schools are wanting to play with it. I know tonight we're playing with it. Quincy, we're playing with it next Saturday. Tuesday night with Muhammad Seymour shot clock. So Let's see, I believe Bloomington. I think we're playing with a shot clock up there. So most of the schools are wanting to play with it. So, and from the administrative side of it, one of the reasons why we're not playing with a shot clock in the conference this year is not everybody has it. And the big reason, and you don't blame Springfield because they're getting a brand new facility and they're not going to put shot clocks up in their old gym. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't either. So not everybody had the shot clock put up. So that makes a difference. You can't play half the conference with a shot clock and the other half not.
So they'll have their new place be completed by next year, or scheduled to be.
I think they're painting their floor right now, and it's going to be very similar to what Lanphier's gym is.
And that was going to be my next question, Coach. Not every school has the shot clock, and it's not an inexpensive thing. Is the IHSA helping out with that at all?
No, not at all.
It's
not at all.
Well, I'm going to go on a rant on here a little bit because IHSA is turning into professional sports. If you want to watch a sport, you have to pay for it, and that came into play last night, and my phone was blowing up with viewers and fans not able to watch the game because they're affiliated with NFHS, and I get it because that's a game that people want to watch because that's a rivalry.
Yeah, but the streaming has really hurt the attendance at games.
Yeah,
and you need money to run your programs and things and so forth. So it's really taken a toll on it. I don't know if we'll ever recover from COVID. I think streaming became much more prevalent during the COVID era, but most schools are now going to where if you're going to watch a game, you're going to have to buy the NFHS, or I think Huddle's now into having to pay to watch on Huddle. So, you might expect that a lot throughout everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, we're seeing
guilty
more.
Party, when it's miserable out, boy, it's pretty nice to just flip that on the TV and watch the game.
And for I don't know what it is. I think it's $15 a month.
Well,
you can watch any game.
Yes.
You can watch any high school game that's broadcast on the NFHS.
Well, in your case,
and the Huddle, we do ours on Huddle.
And in your case, I mean, you got friends down in Florida, and you're able to watch, their football games, and that's a good thing, and that's makes it worth it.
That is a good thing for grandparents that are snowbirds that are down in Florida and so forth. But people think that running a program doesn't cost anything, but there's quite a bit of an expense to be able to put on, like our games today.
Well, tax dollars take care of all of it, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, it does. You're paying everybody. You're paying your scoreboard operators, your bookkeeper, your officials,
your ticket takers,
to keep the lights on in here. I mean, it's an expense, but and obviously you're going to want people to come out to the game.
Well, that's the whole thing, and for $5, there's not much better entertainment than watching our kids play.
Especially in a facility like this, it's second to none. But what do you know about La Salette Academy? I know we talked a little bit last night after the game. I mean, obviously you've probably got some game tape on them. Are they a press team? Or are they a zone?
They're more of a zone. They'll play some matchup zone. How it came about to play them is there's some of the old timers around will remember Mel Rustio, who coached at Jacksonville. He coached at Eisenhower for years, and his son is coaching there. So that's how the game came about. And Mel's a good friend of mine, and we've had a lot of battles together, and enjoy each other when we see. And I believe he's coming tonight. So. That's something else. So that's how the game came about. It is an academy that has dorms. The kids stay there on their campus, and
really?
And right now they are a Class A school, but they're trying to upgrade their schedules and play bigger schools. They've got Danville, they've got Centennial, they got Lincoln, so they're trying to upgrade their schedule and make things competitive.
You say that is over by Danville?
It's at Georgetown, which is south of Danville.
I'll be darned.
You know where that's at, Joe?
Yep, I didn't realize they had dorms and stuff on there, though. That's there can't be many of those schools around the state of Illinois, right?
No, nope.
And is that on a contract where we'll travel there next year, or is this just a one and done?
They're going to come back again next year.
Oh, they're coming here.
They want to be in our environment. They've called and said, hey, we'll come back.
Well, they may not want to after tonight.
Well,
I mean, if we got our guys
I
hitting
would like
shots.
to say so, but we're a team that has not put anybody away yet.
Yeah.
So we've trying to work on that. The focus of 32 minutes. So hopefully we can come out and play a solid game.
I always kind of blame Bird for that when things are going wrong offensively.
Who?
Bird.
Yeah, Brandon.
Should we lay that on him?
I'll blame it on all the others.
What can you tell us? We got a full slate of games here today, Coach, starting at, 10 o'clock? The freshmen are going to kick off. We've seen a little bit of the JV before the varsity games. What can you tell us about the lower class levels?
Oh, they're having a good year. I think they've lost a couple. They're fun to watch. They play hard. I think there's some skill there that's going to turn into really, if they keep working at it. Basketball is a skill game that there's only one way to get better, and that's working at it. And, I hope we got guys that'll continue to do that. But, yeah, it's a good group. I think they're maybe 8-2, 9-2, somewhere in there. And again, they're fun to watch.
Well, and looking on the court right now, Coach, a lot of those freshmen are getting a lot of time in that JV game. You see Rutledge out there, and then you got the younger Hayes kid. He's a big boy, so hopefully he's going to keep on growing. Then obviously you got Whiteman and who else? Featon, a lot of those guys are seeing time on the JV level, which is going to even make them better in a freshman game.
We've got a couple kids with broken arms on the JV team, so you got to find, you got to fill them holes.
A couple of kids now, huh? I know Ferguson.
Broken arms from games. Basketball.
Aiden Grant, I think he did his way back in football, so he's been having trouble with it, and he finally got to hurting him so bad he went and got it looked at. And I think he's in a cast for 2 to 3 months. So we're hoping the best for him. And Aiden Ferguson, we're hoping that he'll get back pretty quick here.
Well, Coach, it's going to be a busy day here at Roy S. We got, like I said, freshmen kicking off at 10. And then the girls after that, or is there something else in between?
Nope. The girls kick off at 2 o'clock. The JV girls start at 2, 3:30 on the varsity, and then boys are at 6 and 7:30. Also going on out here at LCHS today, we got a big Scholastic Bowl tournament. So it's real active out here.
I saw all the bands on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we set up here. It keeps you right where you're going to be all day.
Yeah.
And you're not going to have to leave. Maybe you get somebody to bring you out some lunch.
What are you doing?
We got donuts. That'll fill you up.
Yeah, there's donuts for lunch and breakfast. Well, Coach, thanks for spending some time with us. We always look forward to Saturday morning meetings and look forward to a packed full of activities out here at LCHS.
Hey, before, what do you think of those football playoffs?
Wow, it's going to be good games.
Indiana's pretty good.
Wow. Indiana's, that's unbelievable, isn't it?
Boy, it is.
Well, it makes that Illinois loss not look that bad,
Did I hear correctly last night? Did he say, these numbers won't be correct, but it was like all the other teams had between 40 and 50 five-star players on it, and Indiana has 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have any.
They said 4 last night.
4?
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, well, it's got to give other programs a little hope, that it can be done. And Indiana's just steamrolling people. You do that to Oregon, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
You do that to Ohio State, you're pretty
You're real good.
And hopefully they can do it again against Miami.
Well, what about what do you think now? Miami's going home. That's a home game for
Yeah,
them.
but how would you like to buy that ticket?
At the Hard Rock.
Well, did you see I think they said about 80% of the down in Georgia last night at where'd they play that at?
Peach Bowl.
Peach Bowl's in Atlanta.
Whatever name that
But
place
they
is.
said about 80% was Indiana. So, I mean, that's a lot of people.
Indiana crowd
80%
is
of one of
loud.
those, and man, that's going to be wild.
Well, history could be made. Indiana undefeated and never been to a championship. I think they won the Big Ten back in like 1967.
I think it was like 1940.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Okay. And so they're doing things that
I saw a clip on Twitter last night of their head coach.
Yeah, he's a funny man.
He said, "Hey, all I do is win. Just Google my name. That's all it says."
Hey,
is
he put
win,
the long
win."
pause in it. He said, all I do is win.
All I
and
do
then he
is
just
win.
paused for like
But
4
that's-
seconds and he goes, Google me. It's pretty funny.
well, that's pretty confident. And right now
he is very
that's
confident, and
and-
his teams play that way. I'm telling you. Wow.
Everything was pinpoint
Where did he come
precision.
from? This is his second year?
James Madison, and then the head coach at Vanderbilt basketball was at James Madison also, and boy, they got a squad down there.
Yeah.
So James Madison's really putting coaches out.
Well, James Madison, didn't they make the college playoffs this year?
Yes.
And and
Oregon got him.
Yeah.
yeah, and then we saw what Indiana did to Oregon last night.
Well, let's not leave ISU out of the talk.
ISU.
Oh man,
What a game on
was
Monday
that
night.
was? I felt really bad for him.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, had an opportunity to win with the field goal, and
Yeah, I've had a lot of late nights. You tape them and you go home and watch them, and you say,
And you
"Ah, I'm
couldn't
going
walk
to
away
bed."
from that
No, you
game because
couldn't.
they kept hanging around.
They just kept.
It was, that's a heartbreaker for them because they were right there.
yeah,
And I think they'd won 7 road games in a row or something.
yeah,
It's amazing.
Man,
Great season.
had an opportunity, but fell just a little bit short. All right, Coach, have fun today here at the old gym, and we'll see you tonight after the game, after the Railers take on La Salette Academy here at Roy S. That is a 7:30 tip, JV at 6. So we encourage everybody to get out here and fill this gym up and root on the Railers.
Yep. I think the guys would really like that, and the girls are having a good year. So again, they're fun to watch. Our kids are fun to watch.
Absolutely. All right.
I'm pretty prejudiced though.
Are they that fun though? Sometimes.
Now,
I looked over there last night, and your head's you're just like this. When Komnick was at the line at the end, I'm like, Coach can't look.
Well, when they're putting up 2 in the third quarter, they can't be much fun.
No, that's not fun. But they're fun to.
Well, at the end of the day, as long as you have more points than the other team, that's what it's all about.
Yep.
And the anger management classes have worked for you.
They have.
You've went through a few games now with no problem.
I haven't seen you there lately.
At that scorer's table.
Yeah, he doesn't want to see you there.
I know that.
Especially with the shot clock in effect.
I'm not messing with that.
Ooh. It started out, the shot clock was pretty simple to do. It was either a reset to 35 on every time it hit the rim, 35, 20 for a kickball. I mean, that's pretty simple. But then they come out this year, they've got a whole sheet of rules that, if you get a 10-second violation, now it's only 20 seconds. You only get the 20 seconds instead, because they never crossed and got out of the front court. So there's a lot of different rules, and I don't even know.
Well, if you ever need an operator, do not call me.
Okay.
I'm way away from
Because
we're very fortunate that Dave Lockenauer has done it out at Lincoln College for years, and he's pretty good at it. So
he's the guy to do it.
Well, I'd be paying him a truckload of money then, because that's a tough gig.
He was a great Lincoln High School athlete.
Yes,
that's
he
never
was.
really talked about.
Yep.
The guy can do anything.
Yep.
Baseball, basketball, football, and then picked up golf and became pretty good at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
And now he's a clock operator.
Now he's
so.
a clock operator.
Pretty darn good at that.
Yeah. All right, Coach. Well, thanks for coming on with us. We got the other coach of the LCHS basketball squad, Coach Farmer, raring to go. So we'll get him on, and we'll talk some girls basketball after these messages. You're listening to The Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor Sal Polis, 217-732-4001. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 20.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. We're broadcasting live from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on the campus of Lincoln Community High School, home of Coach Neil Alexander Court. And maybe one of these days, Farmer, we can get your name on one of these corners.
Probably the back gym.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I'll take one of them.
Well, join us now is Coach Corey Farmer. Coach, thanks for taking some time this Saturday morning to come talk to us. Talked to Coach Al a little bit before you came on. Girls are doing great this year. Having a solid season so far. Tell us a bit about how things have been going since the last time we've talked to you.
Yeah, we've had a decent start to the season. I think we're 12-5. The kids have played really hard for me. We had one game that we really weren't in. Kind of got beat down there early in the season, and really should have won the game. We just shot terrible from the field. But other than that, we've been in every game. I'm proud of the way we've played this year.
And a bunch of girls coming back that, have a lot of experience helps out a lot. But we talked, I think the first time you came out, the numbers are just not there this year. So you're kind of limited on, what you can do. But it sounds to me like, the girls are responding and taking advantage of, their opportunity. Yeah,
the 4 returners helps. Last year, we really didn't. Whiteman return that played a lot on that team, but, she was hurt 3/4 of the season. So last year we had no experience. This year we came in with some experience, but we have had some of the younger girls step up. We've had a couple freshmen that are playing pretty big minutes on the varsity. And even at, like I said, we have 16 kids total. Even the JV team, I think they've lost 1 game maybe.
Really?
And Coach Snyder's done a good job with them and mix and match in some of those kids that never played together before.
Yeah, and then how do you kind of facilitate practices, Coach, with trying to get your games in, trying to have enough girls to even have a practice that it's going to amount to where you can run some plays against a defense that you're going to see and vice versa?
Yeah, it's tough. If we had enough kids, we'd separate the practices where we'd have, some of the younger kids, freshman team go and have a separate practice. But we just don't have enough kids. So we run one practice. And, if I'm being honest, a lot of it's focused on the varsity team. The JV team gets stuck playing man-to-man or, essentially trying to emulate the team we're playing. And, that's those 4 groups, those 4 seniors I have, they did a lot of the same stuff with the Frobies group. And, after doing it for 2 years, they learned how to play man-to-man defense, and because that's all we were ever doing. So it is based around the varsity, but the JV kids do get minutes. Yesterday we spent the last 30 minutes and just let the JV kids run up and down and let Coach Snyder kind of work with his group because they don't get a ton of time together running their stuff. But, they're watching what the varsity does, and they sub in occasionally on that.
And it can hurt you, and it also can help you because those, younger girls are going up against the varsity, and, it's going to make them better. And, but like you said, they're not necessarily getting a whole lot of time running their stuff on their own. But, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, defense is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
We're both running the same defense. So, you come to a girls' game, come to a boys' game, they're all the same thing. Watch your spot and watch what that person does.
Yeah. And you talk about man-to-man. You ever thought about switching over to man-to-man every now and then just to throw the opponent off?
Oh, man.
They'd probably throw the kids off more than the opponent, wouldn't it?
I'll be honest, I tried it. I coach a little travel team, one of my daughter's teams about 4th grade, and I was like, we're going to play man this year. And we played for about 2 weeks, and I couldn't take it because they keep losing track. Who my guard? And they'd shoot a layup, and I was like, man, I just can't handle wide open layups. We're going back zone.
Well, you might have to go back to the rec days where, everybody puts on a colored wristband, and that's who you're guarding right there.
Yeah,
and,
there you go. That out here.
Yeah.
Hey, May.
Hey, Coach, you mind having your
sliding this on?
Player, so my player knows who to guard, but yeah, that's
pretty funny. You should ask sometimes just to see how it goes.
Just ask the other. I'll ask Coach today, see if they'll let us do that.
Yeah, so,
funny.
Off to a good start. The season really flying by, Coach. We're already, halfway through, and, still a lot of games to go, but it's winding down.
Yeah, we're in crunch time now. We're in the meat of our schedule. You know, something we've kind of talked about at practice. You know, last game against Plains, you know, they're, I think, number 3 or 4 in the state 2A, undefeated, and always tough team. And we had our chances against them, and we missed a couple bunny layups. You know, some of our freshmen missed some shots, and I tried telling them, like, you know, this is the meat of our schedule. We're in the Central State 8. You know, you can't be fading away from the basket and going in there scared, because they're not going to call those, you know. Not like early in the season when we were playing, you know, 1 and 2A teams where they call a little more hand checks and body. And you get in the meat of the Central State 8, and it's a free-for-all out there.
Yeah, and basketball's changed. It is a physical game, and, you know, you got to teach your girls just to fight through it, because, like you said, you're not going to get a lot of those calls, especially on the Central State 8.
Yeah, there's not many calls underneath, you know, especially in girls basketball.
No, we saw a little bit of that last night at Lanphier, where play on, but that's just the way it is. You know, they want to keep the flow of the game going. And what are your thoughts on the shot clock? You guys, are you using that a lot this year in non-conference?
The JV team has used it every conference game. The varsity, we actually haven't had it once. Up at the holiday tournament, Dixon didn't have it. We were supposed to have it at the UIS shootout there, but that game got snowed out. So we actually haven't had a shot clock, and if I'm being honest, we shoot the ball fast enough that it really don't matter. You know, we're trying to push the ball up the court. No, I mean, really, it would affect my game at the end of the game. You know, a couple of the games that we've won by 5-6 points, I pulled the ball out in the last 3 minutes and made them come guard us. We got some quick guards that are hard to stay in front of, and they like to back off of them. You know, so if they stand back in the middle lane at the end of the game, I'm going to hold it till they come out and guard us, and then you know, do our strings.
Okay. Well, you know, every coach's question that we don't want to ask is, can you throw a few names out at us that you know that you really are having a good year, or someone that really surprised you, like all of a sudden, wow, yeah, where'd she come from?
Yeah, I mean, our 4 seniors are having a big year for us, you know, and you know, I think Mia's averaging, I don't know, 14 points somewhere in there. You know, Grace Schneider runs the point for us. You know, she doesn't get a lot of the glory, you know, because she doesn't score a ton of points, but she controls the ball for us. I mean, she's handling the ball 90% of the time for us. You know, leads us in assists. And then Lily does all the scrap work. She gets her hands on everything. You know, she leads us in deflections. You know, and then Mesa's our shooter. You know, Mesa and Mia spot up in the corner to shoot. And then we've had, you know, our 2 freshmen step in, and Greg Gilbert does a great job for us down there, Battle, and she's really undersized, but does a great job.
Yeah, her mom's a great athlete, right?
Yeah, got her sister too. Her sister's been back for a couple weeks, still getting in the flow of things. She's starting to play some more in the JV game, and I think she got in the Limestone game there a little bit.
It's Grace, right, Schneider?
Yep.
Does she have a little of that Brad Schneider fire, you know, at point guard back in the day?
Oh, yeah, they got a little bit. Her and her sister go round and round at practice occasionally. You know, I got 3 sets of sisters, so.
Oh, wow.
You know, I usually tap Coach Schneider. I'm like, hey, look, the sisters are fighting out there. Well, you know, you got to let it go a little bit, and then at some point you got to step in before it gets too ugly.
That's pretty funny.
Kind of like me and my brother, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you guys ever fight?
Oh, no. A couple times.
Yeah.
No one ever stepped in between that, though.
Dad's not stepping in.
I'm sure
he's
he just
sitting back watching.
Just watch.
Yeah.
So you can always take credit for Bird's success because you beat him up when he was little, right?
That's right. I always take credit for that.
Yeah, I know. And you know, when you talk about Schneider, that's back in the in the football days. You know, he was one tough little football player, and I say little, but we ran that sniff offense for a while, and it jammed everybody in the middle, and they would just hand it to him, and he would run up in the middle of the mess, but always falling forward. He was a tough kid, so I see where those girls get it.
Oh yeah, he's tough.
You got a couple games today, Coach. Kicking off at what? 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock?
I think we played 2 JV game, 3:30 for the varsity game.
And who do you got today?
We got Springfield today. We got a pretty big game for us today.
Central State 8 matchup on a Saturday afternoon. What are your thoughts on? I love Saturday afternoon games.
That's all of our games Saturday. We're always in the afternoon.
You're always in the afternoon?
Yep. It is nice. I don't think we've had an away one yet. You know, get home a decent time.
Yeah, for sure.
Usually the boys play later. I get to watch them play, so I can get it all in. Don't miss any other games.
Yeah, I love Saturday afternoon games. You know, it's a different feel.
You should talk to the athletic director.
I do all the time, and it goes in one ear and out the other. You know?
He's not. He can hear you, but he's not listening.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Speaking of Coach Al, got his 992nd win last night. So he's only 8 wins away from 1,000. But you're on his coattails.
Yeah, I'm real close. I'm only 80, 90 years away from getting there.
Well, you know, he's got some years on you.
A
few.
A little more experience than me.
Yeah. But, you know, you rack up, 20, 25 wins a season, you'll get it up there.
What's your goal? Are you looking to get at least 500 before you're out?
500, man. I'll go one game at a time. Our goal for the season, was to win the Central State 8. Which is it's out of our hands now. We lost to Glenwood, and they're going to have a loss for us to win it. But we got to win every Central State 8 game. A goal for us was to win 20 games, and we want to be in a sectional. We want to win a regional. We get to host a regional this year, and I think we have a chance. We got a good draw. We didn't get sent north, up there with Washington and Morton and all them. We got sent south, so we got a decent draw, and just see what we can do.
And we talk about the Central State 8 with an expanding like this. Back in the day, you got 2 shots at them.
Yeah.
Now it's one and done, and that really can affect the season, because you want to see that Glenwood team again just to, get a little revenge and maybe a win to get up there in that conference. But now it's a little more difficult.
It is. You're counting on help from other people, and they might have been our first or second conference game of the season. And they're all state, or Alexis didn't play against us last year. So, the 4 varsity girls really 4 seniors had never seen her. So, it was an adjustment for us, and she really did hurt us at their place. I'd love to have another shot at them, but they're a great team. I think we can compete with them, and we were in the game. We just fell short. But like you said, we don't get another shot at them. So.
And what's the conference looking like this year, Coach? Obviously, Glenwood on top. You guys are right there. Is there any hope or opportunity to get a little bit of help? Any other teams out there that can, maybe help you out?
Yeah, I mean, the conference decent. MacArthur's good. The bad part is MacArthur's already played Glenwood, and Glenwood's beat them. Springfield's tough, and UI always has a good game plan and can be tough as well. So, I mean, there's teams that could potentially beat them, and, it's high school kids. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like there's teams that are just terrible that, it's going to be a blowout every time. So, anything can happen.
And everything changes, and I'm old school because I'm old, but boy, I really liked that playing them twice because, that first one, and now, you're going to their house or they're coming to yours, and that was better, I think. But, everything changes.
Everything. Conferences from 20 years ago are completely different now. It's all scattered, and I don't even know half of them anymore. And it's just the way it's going to be, with realignment and money and travel, and it's always going to change.
Constant change.
Constant change, but yeah, so Coach, you got to get the girls prepared today. You got Springfield coming to town, Central State 8 matchup, and you said they're pretty tough.
Yeah, they are good. They struggled a little bit early in the season, but their last 2 games have been, in my opinion, their best 2 games that I've seen them play. They held Plains. They only lost to Plains by 10, and then they beat Mahomet 2 nights ago. So, we got our hands full tonight. It's also alumni night for us.
Okay.
We're having alumni back. My wife has kind of put together, when I took the job, I don't think she knew what she signed up for when I took the job. She got, she runs the boosters for me, and she's, put this whole alumni night together, and it's a lot.
Well, it's year 1. I wouldn't expect it. Maybe year 3 or 4, she might get a little burnt out. But
yeah, but I got to thank her.
Absolutely.
Like I said, I wouldn't be able to do this without everything that she's done, and she's kind of put this alumni thing together. For any Lady Rayler alumni that can make it, they're going to announce them at halftime of the varsity game. I think she's got some knockout thing they're going to see, so you guys might get some entertainment at halftime of the varsity game tonight. And then, we're hoping to get a picture with the team and all the alumni so, the girls can kind of see the tradition we got. And, they're going to have some Railer gear out for sale. Lincoln Locker selling stuff. And up in the closet up there, I pulled out we got totes and totes of old uniforms.
You going to wear your old uniform?
I am not.
Did you have the old shorty shorts, or were they a little bit longer?
No, mine were ankle shorts.
Ankle deep.
Yeah, they were way down there. So, but we pulled out. There's 5 or 6 totes. I only got one of them out, and it's some uniforms that we're gonna sell if anybody wants to buy some. And they got a special alumni design on some of the sweatshirts out there. So hopefully it's gonna be a cool night. Get some people in here. Get the girls to see, what Railer basketball's about.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Yeah, that is
very
cool. Very good idea.
I've always wanted that fundraiser with Coach Al, but he won't do it. Put back on a uniform and bust out of that thing at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's what you want to do?
That's what we want him to do.
Well,
fundraising.
We're gonna need a couple trainers in here if you're doing that.
Back in his day, they were the shorty shorts.
Yeah.
I mean, those things were skin tight up to here.
Okay.
Well, when we pulled them out there, my wife was washing all of them last night because we're going to sell some of them, and I told my daughter, I was like, hey, we're wearing these tonight, and I made her put them on. She put the shorts on, and I'm kidding you, they were down to a calf, and she's like, I am not wearing them. I'm like, yes, you are. We're wearing those tonight.
Throwbacks.
That's right.
Funny stuff.
It is. Well, Coach, good luck today. Take it to the Senators and keep it rolling. It's off to a great start, and hopefully we can keep her going.
Yep, I appreciate you guys having me on.
All right, let's take another commercial break. We come back, we'll have more on the cheap seats. I don't know what, but we'll have something. So stay tuned. We'll be back after these messages.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor Sal Polis, 217-732-4001. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cook-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 20.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM, broadcasting live from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Freshmen getting ready to tip off here in about 9 minutes. Glenwood in town, so the freshmen looking to get that dub against the Titans of Glenwood. Get the freshmen out right now, warming up, and Coach Farmer just on with us. We had to get him out of here before we talked NFL because apparently he's a Green Bay fan.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being a Green Bay fan, except for tonight, right?
Yeah, or ever. Or ever.
You be nice. Hey, first of all, I'd like to give you some kudos on your Bears.
Thank you.
Because we make fun of you every day.
We'll take it.
And look at you.
Look at me.
Sitting at a home playoff game tonight.
Yeah, and we had to have some help.
How's that feel?
That feels great. You know what doesn't feel great? Won't be able to watch it at home because the Railers have a game.
Oh, I was just going to say.
But I'll be watching it. I'll have my iPad up here doing double duty. So if the broadcast is a little off tonight, Jim, I apologize.
If you miss
listening.
somebody making a layup, look at Jim. He is so out of it.
He's Facebooking.
Wow. You know what? Let's just get a picture of him because he is out of it. That's our leader over there.
That's our leader.
We'll put that on the. He's still not listening to us.
He's got headphones on. What's he listening to?
Whatever he wants, I guess.
Barbra Streisand.
Well, you know it's not any good music. But the big deal tonight. And I was going to say, what is the line? Let's talk about the Packers first.
Packers are favored.
The Packers are now giving the Bears points. What do you think?
I think it was 1.5.
It says 2 on here.
2 now. It's up to 2.
Yeah.
What are my thoughts? Well, I think the Packers are on a 4 or 5 game losing streak. Bears are on a 2 game losing streak. Neither offense is looking great right now. Packers are beat up. Bears, they got some guys coming back. Odunze said he's playing tonight. I'm confident, but I'm not so confident.
I feel like though that's got to be a bit skewed there because they say if you're at home that you're getting 6 points no matter what. So now you're saying that the Packers are an 8-point favorite in this game?
8?
If you add in the 6 points because they're at home.
Yeah.
You're an 8-point favorite?
Well,
I just don't see that.
I hope it's not correct. I hope the Bears win by 50.
Let's have a little fun.
No, I want it to be.
The Bears have been fun all year with their last second.
Yeah,
heroics.
and it's really taken a toll on my heart and my blood
pressure. It's got where they are today.
Yeah, but and it's exciting. The Bears are ahead of schedule. Nobody expected them to win the division or be in the playoffs this year, except for me.
You're exactly right.
And it's fun. It's fun, but it's also nerve-wracking because obviously you want your team to advance, and no better way to advance than against a rival in the Packers. But yeah, that's a great matchup, and it should be good TV if you have Prime. And you know, it's only on Prime unless you live in the Chicago area. So for those Bear fans that don't have any, you know, if they don't have Prime, Amazon Prime, you're not going to be able to watch it.
Well, you're having more fun than I am because the Cardinals are just losers again, and now they fire Gannon, which I'm good with. But, you know, they got problems over there. Wow.
They've had problems for a while, Joe.
Forever.
Yeah.
55 years worth for me.
So, you know, but there's hope. You know,
there's never hope.
No, they got a pretty high draft pick, don't they?
I don't even know where it is. It doesn't matter. They won't take advantage of it. You know, I'm more worried about a coach right now.
Yeah, well, there's some coaches out there.
Well, I thought the interesting thing was, you know, they listen to the guys on Sirius. They said, you know, Harbaugh, which I'm a Harbaugh fan, and we haven't had a proven leader in Arizona forever. But, you know, they said, you know, Harbaugh is going around, and then one of those guys on Sirius said, well, people need to understand that the rest of these guys, they're going over and getting interviewed. Harbaugh is going to go interview the owner and the GM and see if he wants the job. And I started laughing and said, well, Arizona's out once he does that interview.
How about Mike McDaniel? Would you like to have him from Miami?
No, I would not like to have Mike McDaniel. Would you?
No, I'm pretty good with Ben Johnson.
No, we do not want Mike.
Well, there's some coaches out there that with some experience, and you know, a lot of names flying around right now. So there's options for Arizona, but like you said, is it a coaches drawn to that team, the Arizona Cardinals? You know, well, if you're a coach and you're getting out of a bad situation, do you want to go right into another bad situation?
Well, you know what I could see the Cardinals doing because they are this bad? Kingsbury got fired, and Kingsbury brought Ding Dong, our quarterback, to Arizona. I could see them hiring him back. That's how messed up that organization is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you guys you do need a quarterback. Obviously, you know what you have right now isn't working because I mean you've got some pieces there. You got some receivers. You got running backs if they just hold on to the ball when they go into the end zone.
You got to take that actually into the end zone.
Yeah, you got
to count.
You got to cross the line.
Only for it to count.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, it's tough, and you know, they're going to have to rebuild from the ground up. You know, you went out and got an elite receiver who hasn't been utilized, and
I will tell you, if we'll go back and check the archives, but when they drafted him, and we had the Saturday show right after it, I said on the air that draft pick set Cardinal football back 10 years. Yeah. And I think we're in year 7. And so he did. Well, let's talk about the first game. First game off the bat.
First game off the bat is
Rams-Panthers.
Rams-Panthers. Well, I don't know if that's going to be much of a game.
Well, you think the Rams will pepper them, but the Panthers been hanging around in games.
They have, but when you're they won the conference at 8-9.
Snuck in
8-9, and the Rams
and get the home game.
How does that work?
I don't know how that works.
But yeah, I guess that's what the NFL is. But yeah, I don't see that being much of a problem for the Rams. You know, they're going to win by double digits, and then tonight we got the Bears-Packers.
And that's big.
That's big.
Let's talk about tomorrow, because I think this Buffalo Bills-Jags game is a good game.
That could be a good game.
Yeah.
Jags are rolling right now. It's at Jacksonville, correct?
Yes.
So you're going to have some decent weather. You're not going to have to deal with that Buffalo weather. But whenever you got Josh Allen on the field, probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But they've been struggling.
And I always find myself rooting for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's a player.
Yeah. You know, that could be a good game. I don't know what the spread is on that, but right now to me that's a toss-up.
It's like it's a pick, I think.
Pick 'em?
Close. Yeah.
And then
you got the Niners at the Eagles.
Niners at another tough one. Both teams.
It's a tough game.
Yeah.
But at one point in time, I thought the Niners are playing so well they could win it. And at one point in time, I thought the Rams are playing so well they can win it, and we all know Seattle can win it. And then the other team in that conference is the Arizona Cardinals.
You never had a thought of them winning. Yeah, and Seattle, you know, with the number 1 seed, get the bye week, and they've been rolling. But you know, we saw what Darnold did last year at Minnesota in the playoffs. So
and they keep that.
You know,
they keep pushing on him about it too.
And defense wins championships. And my only concern right now with the Bears is their defense. Can we stop them? You know, couldn't stop Detroit last week. Couldn't stop the 49ers. And, you know, it's going to come down to defense if we can get those big stops and, you know, not rely on our offense coming out in the fourth quarter and making a miracle comeback. And you do that in the playoffs, it's not going to fare too well for you.
So would you rather be going into that fourth quarter up 7 or down 7?
Up.
I know, but I just think the Bears play well from behind.
If you're asking for what I prefer we be up 50.
Well, that's no fun.
That's fun for me.
I want it to be tight.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's going to come down to our defense tonight.
Well, I was going to talk about you got and then tomorrow late the Chargers at New England, and New England looks like gangbusters.
Yeah, and
so they should beat up the Chargers.
But you got a veteran quarterback against a rookie and Derek May, and anything can happen. Playoffs are a whole different beast. You know,
exactly right.
It's you lose, you're done, and you know, I guess players tend to step it up a little bit, and it's different. You know, and obviously it's tough because it's the best teams in the league, and you know. I don't know. We'll see. It should be a good game.
And then Monday night, which I hate they've done that to us. They moved it to a Monday night game. But, you know, the Texans and the Steelers, Rodgers sneaks in.
Yeah.
The old nemesis.
Had some help.
For you.
Had some help.
Yeah.
Baltimore missed a field goal.
And do you think, though, so they hit the field goal and Harbaugh is fired. You think if that goes the other direction, was Tomlin fired?
No.
I don't know. There's a lot of chatter about this was his last year. So
you think?
I think he does a good job. But
yeah, and you know the NFL right now, I don't want to say it's even, but it's getting tougher. You know, look at Kansas City this year. You know, all the other teams are getting better. Kansas City, you know, they didn't even make the playoffs, and you know it's a different beast and.
You can't do it forever.
No, you can't do it forever. They had a good run, but now the league's catching up with them.
And the big question is, can they recover and be that team that comes right back in, or do they just start a slide?
Well, you know? And what they've been lucky with the core group of guys they had over the past several years, in Kelsey, and then your receivers, and Rice and Pachenko, and well. You know, and they didn't really do a lot to combat that and get, you know, fresher guys in there, younger, and, you know, it's catching up with them. And, you know, Mahomes, I don't know if people are starting to figure him out, but, you know, or he doesn't have the weapons. I don't know.
Doesn't have the weapons, maybe. Kelsey fell in love.
And it spiraled downhill. Is he done?
I think so. I don't know. I think they would let him hang around as long as he wants just because of the draw.
Yeah. You know? Well, Joe, it's 10 o'clock, buddy. Freshman in action right now against Glenwood, down 3-0 with 6:35 left in the ball game. We're going to wrap it up here, but a full slate of activities going on here at Lincoln Community High School today, so get on out, support your freshman boys, your JV and varsity girls playing this afternoon, and then the nightcap with JV boys and varsity. So get on out here and support your guys.
Good day.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.